Yoga is a discipline. Usually, we want things to work right away. It requires a lot of patience. It requires a vision.
Now, do you find in your teaching that more women take yoga or more men take yoga? And why do you think that is?
That is very interesting to me because back in the day, we're talking about centuries ago, yoga was mainly performed by male, by the enlightened ones. Nowadays, you see a lot of gyms packed in the yoga rooms with female, but things are changing. A lot of athletes are doing yoga because of the benefits of aligning their body, their joints, the muscles, the skin, for building up the strength and flexibility. It prevents injury.
I I believe that the drop in male participants was due to the fact that they might have seen yoga as a not so strenuous discipline. They would see it as something. Oh, they're just stretching. What do you say to people like that if people still have that
I
in
think
mind?
that was mainly lack of information. And now that yoga has become more mainstream, there's a lot more to know about yoga and the benefits of it. There's a bigger consciousness, I would say, and awareness on what yoga really is.
And it's not just
It's
stretching.
not just about having the tight pants and looking pretty. No, it's about doing the work.
Yeah, I for one can say that it's tough. I mean, I've tried it. Um,
It's not for the faint of heart. It is not. It is not for the lazy.
Now, if somebody was to come to you and say, "Look, I want to try yoga. Um, do you think I'm right for it?" What would you look for in somebody that comes in and says that to be able to tell them, "Yeah, you're right for it," or you might struggle a little bit.
I would never say that. I would never say the student will struggle. So it's just a practice.
Pretty sure you have, but have you encountered people coming in and want to be yogis like within a day? And what do you say to those people?
I think yoga has this effect on people from the moment you do yoga, even your first class, at the end of the class, you feel a certain way. Just like I feel, just like I felt the first time I did yoga. Wow, this is amazing. I want to do this again. This is what happens. We forget quickly. The moment we walk out that door, the moment we walk out of the studio, life happens. Life is in session. We forget. We forget how good we felt. And the more you do yoga, the more you practice yoga, you keep remembering why you always keep coming back to the rooms of yoga. Because of how it makes you feel. Nothing exists when you're doing yoga. It's just you, your practice, and the peace of mind that you get while you're practicing. The quality of the breath. Feeling the body, the bones, the joints, the muscles moving. And you are in complete control at all times.
Do you think that's part of the appeal of yoga? Is that it's more of a self competition?
It's not
And
self-competition.
the reason why I say that is you're in competition with yourself, with your body, to see how far you can take your practice, how much you can learn, and it's just you. I mean, you're looking at the partner next to you, but it's not. Well, they can do that. I should be able to do that. It's more of like, look, I can do this with my body. Do you think that's part of the appeal, or do you think that's part of what turns people away from yoga?
You shouldn't compare your body, yourself, to another human being. It's fruitless is defeating. You have all the tools that you need to succeed in life. Now you start making a comparison, then you're setting yourself short. You need to be able to understand that not every pose you're going to be able at the beginning to perform it that well. And you have to be okay with it. You have to surrender and accept that that's part of it. You let go of the results. You're not thinking about the results. You're in the moment, from one pose to the next. One didn't work that well. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to the next. Oh, I like this one. Great. I did excellent. Oh, I do not know how to do this pose. But I will try it. I will give it my best. Being kind starts with you. If you're filled with criticism about your hair, the way you look, I'm too fat, too thin, not in shape, not strong enough, not flexible enough, blah, 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 blah. You have a committee in your mind. More reasons to do yoga.
It's funny that you say a committee in your mind. A lot of people, I believe, have the committee in their mind telling them why they probably shouldn't go and do this class in a class setting, because they're maybe a little bit self-conscious or anything like that. What would you tell those people? Like, how would you, well, you know, if a lot of people make them uncomfortable, what would you say to them?
You can do yoga anywhere. In the privacy of your home, at the beach, in a group setting, alone. It's your choice. You always have a choice. What you're comfortable with, you decide. Let go of fear. Let go of fear. It doesn't serve you.
What about people that say, I'm a bit too big to be doing yoga? I've tried to get some of my family members to do certain things, and I've told them about the benefits of yoga. And I've heard that before. I'm too big to be doing yoga. When I lose weight, which is, I think, a part of an excuse. When I lose weight, I will do yoga. What would you tell people that feel like they're too big to do yoga?
Nothing like the present moment. We keep going into the future.
Now, do you think they have to be thinner to start? Because that's pretty much what they're saying is,
No,
when I
not
get
at
thinner.
all. No, you can start wherever you are. Wherever you are at the moment, that's when you start.
Well, it goes to say the same thing about people that say they're not flexible and
Same
not
thing.
strong and stuff like that. I understand.
It's okay. Those are normal concerns.
What's Johanna about?
My message, it's ingrained in the tradition of yoga. I believe that the practice, the hour class or the 90 minutes of class that I give and I present to the students, it is my responsibility to transmit and guide the students into a level of self-awareness that I get to experience every time I practice yoga. So if I can give to others what I have, what others have freely given to me, then I'm doing my job. I have found my dharma, which is my purpose.
Do you think this is your calling?
It is my calling. Yes, it is my calling. And every day I'm grateful for it. I take my practice seriously. I enjoy teaching. I love my students, each one of them. They teach me as I teach them. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you.